Hey, this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MJNA. We will take a look at the daily chart. This one we've done quite a few times, but one of the most, if not the most popular stocks out there on the message boards and so forth, and rightfully so. When you have a stock that's gone from sub 10 cents up to as high as 50 cents on millions upon millions of dollars of dollar volume, it makes sense. So want to get things updated. I believe the last couple of videos we did were on the 60-minute chart, but this time we're going to take a look at the daily chart. Just want to point out a couple things, and that way it'll give everybody an idea of what sorts of things to keep an eye on from the charting angle. So the first thing I want to do is just talk about a couple levels of support. And the first level of support that really seems to be digging in terms of the bulls making a stand is right here at 41 cents. Change this to green to represent support, and then explain where that comes from. But you can see here back on the 8th, that's where the profit taker stepped in right up there at 41. And then the next day, that's right where it closed, was at 41. So it was a very evident level of resistance for 2 days in a row. And then the price gapped up and made a nice move above it. And for the past 2 days at least, even on this third day, it went down as low as 41.5. You can see that the price has been back testing it. So nice little example of a resistance turning into a support, but nonetheless, right now 41 cents is the best case ideal level of support. I say ideal because if the price falls below it or anything, by no means is the chart toast or history. But if you would ask me what would be the ideal level, 41 cents would be my answer. Now if that one doesn't hold, another level of support is down here at 35 cents. Change this to green, and then we'll talk about where that comes from. Again, if you look back here, you can see it was a level of resistance when the price did get above it. Nice explosion when the price fell below it here. You can see right there, tried to get above it but couldn't quite do it. So an example of a support turned into a resistance. But now that the price is back above it, 35 cents is another level of support. And then you have your moving averages down here that'll also act as support. But for the time being, where the chart currently stands, the two levels of support are going to be up here at 41 and 35 cents. Resistance wise, this is about as straightforward as it gets, but there's clearly a seller up here at this 50-cent level. You can see 3 times now the price has gone up there and bounced off of it. So I don't know what the deal is up there, but there's clearly a seller. There's clearly shares being sold every time it gets up there. But the good news is the more stubborn level of resistance, if the price can break through it, usually the bigger the pop. So this level is definitely stubborn. So if the bulls can push through it, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a nice continued pop from it. But first got to get through it. But with every single time it does get tested, it gets a little bit weaker and weaker. But for the time being, 50 cents is no doubt the key level of resistance for the chart. So if there are any other questions on the chart, though, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to sign up for our newsletter up there. When you do that, as you'll see, you'll get a free ebook. And if you enjoyed the video and want to learn more about charting and make an investment into your education as a trader, I'd encourage you to check out our video course down there. Over 8.5 hours of information and video training. So I'd encourage you to check it out, read some third-party reviews and testimonials. One more time, this was MJNA. Thanks for listening.